Why you, hey, wait, yo, bro, why you stole this? Bro, RZA. I'm sorry, son. He stole your basketball.
Rihanna's son Riot does something very weird during a public debut in Paris. Please subscribe to this channel so that you will not miss out on any information. Paris, the city of haute couture, cinematic romance, and historic elegance, is no stranger to spectacle. Yet, even for a city where catwalk drama and celebrity sightings are routine, few could have imagined that one of the most talked about moments of Paris Fashion Week wouldn't come from a designer's daring collection or a supermodel's fierce strut, but from a toddler discovering the world in the most unexpected way. It was a moment that seemed to freeze the flashing bulbs of paparazzi cameras, transforming a polished family debut into something far more memorable, endearing, and human. For months, speculation had bubbled among Rihanna's dedicated fans and celebrity watchers alike. Ever since the singer and business mogul welcomed her second child, Riot Rose Mayers, curiosity about the little one had only grown. Occasional blurry paparazzi shots and teasing Instagram hints did nothing to satisfy the global appetite to see him properly. Finally, Paris Fashion Week presented the perfect stage. Rihanna, always a master of blending music, fashion, and storytelling, chose this globally watched event for Riot's formal public appearance. It was an ideal setting, the fashion capital of the world, with its gilded architecture and centuries-old courtyards, served as a grand canvas for a moment meticulously crafted to captivate. On the day of the event, Rihanna stepped out wearing a breathtaking, floor-length gown in soft champagne tones, adorned with intricate beadwork that shimmered under the city's famous lights. Beside her, A$AP Rocky cut a sleek figure in a tailored black suit. But it was Riot, dressed in a miniature designer ensemble complete with custom sneakers, who was meant to complete the family portrait that would soon grace magazines and social media alike. From the first steps, everything seemed perfect. The family walked down the polished stone walkway of the historic venue, cameras capturing every angle. Then, as Rocky gently set Riot down to walk on his own, perhaps hoping the toddler would wave or simply toddle forward, something unexpected happened. Instead of walking, Riot bent over, knelt, and with quiet determination, placed his tongue against the perfectly polished Parisian stones. A hush fell over the crowd as jaws dropped. Was this really happening? Photographers hesitated for a fraction of a second, then instinct took over. Flashes erupted as dozens of cameras captured the surreal scene. The youngest member of Rihanna's family, quite literally tasting the city beneath his feet. For Rihanna, the shock lasted only moments before it melted into laughter. Kneeling down in her elegant gown, she gently lifted Riot, who seemed perfectly unbothered by the stir he'd caused. Within minutes, the internet caught wind of the moment. Videos and photographs flooded timelines worldwide. Hashtags like #RiotInParis, #RihannaBaby, and #LittleRiot shot into the trending topics list on Twitter and Instagram. Memes sprouted at lightning speed. Riot edited into famous paintings, historic Parisian landmarks, and even fictional scenes like licking the top of the Eiffel Tower or the Louvre's glass pyramid. One viral caption read, "While everyone else saw fashion, Riot decided to taste history." Parents everywhere chimed in to share solidarity, recalling the unpredictable ways toddlers explore their surroundings. Celebrity parents, too, shared stories of their own children's embarrassing public moments. A common sentiment emerged. No matter how famous the parents, kids will always do something wonderfully strange at the worst possible time. Experts weigh in, the world through a toddler's lens. Pediatric experts and child psychologists offered perspective on why Riot's action was actually quite normal. Dr. Elodie Martin, a child development specialist in Paris, explained, "Young children experience the world not just with their eyes and ears, but also through touch and taste. It's instinctive, curious, and part of healthy sensory exploration." Far from being a sign of bad parenting, experts noted, such moments reflect a child's uninhibited desire to understand their environment, something that often makes parenting in public unpredictable. What stood out almost as much as Riot's behavior was Rihanna's reaction. Rather than scolding, panicking, or rushing away, she gently picked him up, her laughter breaking any tension. Later that evening, at a private dinner attended by close friends and industry insiders, she reportedly joked, "Of all the things to try in Paris, he went for the floor. I guess that's real love. In an off-the-cuff backstage comment, she added, "Kids have no filter. That's why they're magic." Sure, it was embarrassing, but I wouldn't trade it. Fans around the world praised her response, seeing it as a beautiful reminder that even global superstars face the same unpredictable, messy, and often funny parenting challenges. Fashion weeks are famously controlled environments. From the lighting to the seating charts, everything is curated. Riot's small act of toddler rebellion broke that illusion in the sweetest way. It wasn't just that he behaved unexpectedly. It was that he reminded everyone watching, from celebrities in designer gowns to millions at home, of the spontaneous, unfiltered joy of childhood. Observers noted that in a single gesture, Riot made Paris Fashion Week feel more relatable, accessible, and deeply human. The ripple effect of Riot's debut went beyond viral videos. It sparked broader conversations about how social media often presents an overly polished version of family life, especially among celebrities. Parenting bloggers applauded Rihanna and Rocky for showing patience and humor rather than frustration, highlighting it as an example of authentic parenting. Some fashion insiders even speculated whether the moment might inspire future creative projects. Little Riot became a playful nickname online, and fans suggested it could become the theme of a children's clothing line or storybook. While the world discussed Riot's tongue-on-the-floor adventure, those close to the family say Rihanna and Rocky saw it simply as part of the journey. Though both fiercely protect their children's privacy, they understood that once you step onto a public stage, the unexpected can, and often will, happen. Yet instead of overshadowing the event, the incident arguably enhanced it. Rather than another routine celebrity appearance, the family became the center of a moment that people will remember far longer than any fashion trend. Paris will forget, but the internet won't. As the flashbulbs faded and Fashion Week moved on to the next big runway, the memory of Riot tasting Paris lingered online. The moment joined the ranks of iconic pop culture moments not because it was scripted, but precisely because it wasn't. One viral tweet summed it up perfectly. Runways are about perfection. Riot reminded us why imperfection is more beautiful. Looking ahead, the future of Little Riot. For now, Rihanna and Rocky continue to walk the delicate line between fame and family life. While they rarely share details about their children publicly, they've embraced moments of authenticity that connect them to millions of parents worldwide. And Riot? Whether he grows up loving the spotlight or shunning it entirely, his debut will forever be remembered as the time he literally tasted Paris.